Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the part 55 of the important notes for biochemistry. So first of all, the ribosomes are the organelles but they are amembranous. Nucleus is rich in ribosomal RNA and it disappears during the cell division. Mitochondria have their own mitochondrial DNA, RNA and ribosomes which synthesize around 10% of the mitochondrial proteins. Lipofuscin or the residual bodies are formed when the indigestible materials get accumulated in the lysosomes. Pompey's disease is the only glycogen storage disease which is a lysosomal storage disease. Rest all glycogen storage disease affects the cytoplasm. Most severe paroxysmal biogenesis disorder is the Zellweger syndrome, that is the cerebrohepatorenal syndrome. Microsomes do not exist in a cell. During the cell fractionation, rough endoplasmic reticulum is disrupted to form the small vesicles known as microsomes. Strongest covalent bond is the peptide bond or the amide bond. Weakest bond is the van der Waals interaction. Selenium deficiency can lead to hypothyroidism. Three hormones involved in the homeostasis of the blood calcium levels are the vitamin D, parathyroid hormone and the calcitonin. Keshan's disease occurs due to the selenium deficiency. Ectodermatitis enteropathica, it is the disorder of zinc metabolism. Fluorosis occurs when the concentration of the fluorine is more than 20 parts per million. Vitamins which can cause dementia are the vitamin B1, vitamin B3 and the vitamin B12. So as you can see over here, this is the picture of the ectodermatitis enteropathica and this is the picture of fluorosis. Nutritional causes of the cardiomyopathy are the deficiency of the thiamine, that means vitamin B1, selenium, calcium, magnesium and excess of iron. Micronutrients in the glycolysis, they are the vitamin B1, B2, B3 and the magnesium for the kinesis. Minerals required in the energy are the magnesium, zinc and chromium. Vitamins, those are necessary for the neurological functions are the thiamine, that means vitamin B1, pyridoxine, that means vitamin B6 and the cobalamin, that means vitamin B12. Macronutrients required for the bones are the vitamin D, basically for the calcium absorption, vitamin C, that means ascorbic acid for the formation of the bone matrix, vitamin K, magnesium, phosphate, copper, zinc and manganese. These all macronutrients are required for the bones development. Factors which increases the iron absorption are the vitamin C and the amino acids which contains the sulfhydryl group. Factors which decrease the iron absorption are the antacids, alkalis, phosphatase and the phytates. Ferrous iron is required for the iron absorption while the ferric iron is required for the iron transportation and storage. Heme contains the ferrous iron. Factors which increase the calcium absorption are the vitamin D, parathyroid hormone, lysine and arginine. Phytates decrease the calcium absorption. Vitamin K in its coenzyme form is regenerated by the enzyme epoxide reductase or the vitamin K reductase which is required for the NADPH. Epoxide reductase is inhibited by the oral anticoagulants like the warfarin. Enzyme which is decreased in the lead poisoning, it is the aminolevulinic acid dehydratase or we can say delta aminolevulinic acid dehydratase. Enzyme increased in the lead poisoning, it is the delta aminolevulinic acid synthase. In lead poisoning, acid excreted in the urine, it is the delta aminolevulinic acid. Aminolevulinic acid synthase 1 deficiency is lethal. Aminolevulinic acid synthase 2 deficiency is X-linked sideroblastic anemia. Aminolevulinic acid synthase 2 is rate-limiting enzyme of the heme synthesis in the erythroid tissues. Most common porphyria, it is the Porphyria cutanea tarda. Every third amino acid in the collagen is the glycine. Every seventh amino acid in the elastin is the valine. Most of the proline and the lysine of the collagen is converted to the hydroxyproline and the hydroxylysine. Three enzymes which are required for the collagen formation are the prolyl hydroxylase, lysyl hydroxylase and the lysyl oxidase. Desmosine crosslinks are present in the elastin. Aldol condensation, which are the intramolecular cross links, are present in the collagen. The most sensitive acute phase reactant, it is the C-reactive protein. Albumin is the most abundant protein in the plasma. Albumin transports most steroids, thyroid hormones, fat-soluble hormones, unconjugated bilirubin, calcium, magnesium, and many drugs. The normal A by G ratio, that means the normal albumin by globulin ratio, it is 1.2 to 1.6. Ceruloplasmin is a copper-containing enzyme which also has peroxidase activity. Ceruloplasmin transports the copper, very important. Transferrin transports iron, again very important. Transcortin transports cortisol, aldosterone and the progesterone. Heptoglobin transports free hemoglobin released from the RBCs. Hemopexin transports the free heme released from the hemoglobin. Hemosiderin and the ferritin are storage forms of iron. Hemosiderin has higher iron content than the ferritin. Hepcidin regulates the iron transport in the circulation. Ephemrin transports the vitamin E. Alpha-fetoprotein transports the long-chain fatty acids and the bilirubin. Transthyretin transports the thyroxine and the retinol binding protein. Oxygen-free radical with the highest activity, it is the hydroxyl. H2O2 or the hydrogen peroxide is not a free radical, but it can generate the free radical. So H2O2 is not a free radical, okay. Precursor of all the reactive oxygen species is superoxide radical. MDA, that means the malonyl dialdehyde, is considered as a major marker of the lipid peroxidation. Also, malonyl dialdehyde or the MDA level is commonly known as a marker of the oxidative stress and the antioxidant status in the cancerous patient. Nitric oxide is also a free radical. FOXSA is for the measurement of the free radicals. Chain-breaking antioxidants are the alpha-tocopherol, beta-carotene, and the superoxide dismutase. Vitamins with antioxidant activity are the vitamin A, C, and E. Vitamin E is the most powerful lipid phase antioxidant. Lipids are most susceptible for the free radical damage known as lipid peroxidation. Enzymatic antioxidants are the superoxide dismutase, catalase, and the glutathione peroxidase. Diabetic situation is almost same as that of fasting or starvation. There is increased beta oxidation of the fatty acids, lipolysis, proteolysis, gluconeogenesis, and the ketone body synthesis. In diabetes, snowflake cataract occurs. So that's all for today. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much.